I'm just in here putting things away. There's a lot of things to put in away. But this thing, February 27th, 1992, officially 30 years old. That's when it was built. Willow Run, Michigan. Used to build like the warplanes there. Yeah, 30 years old. Isn't that crazy? I'm just gonna tell you a whole story, but nobody cares. Nobody watches. Nobody sees the video. So why bother? But officially, now, 30 years old. 30 years old. 30 years old. Crazy, right? 30. No, this isn't 30 years old, that piece. No wiper arm. And a couple other things. A shitty paint job that's on here on this side is horrible. Original paint. My paint. Original paint. My paint. Original paint. 30 years old. 30. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, stuff runs and works. Needs a master cylinder. I get tear apart the back brakes and all those things. We're still behind on videos. I don't have a radiator hose for LT1 in my hand. I don't know, but that looks like correct. 30 years old. 30. Cool. Alright, video over. I was gonna tell you the whole story, but I don't really care where it came from, what the story was, where it was found. I don't care. It was bought, not original. It was bought in 1993 with 4,000 miles on it. I'll just tell you that. Right down the street from where we used to live. And the lady, used to kill the battery all the time. She used to hit the lights in the back, and it totally depleted the battery, and the car ran terrible. That's the story of it. So it runs terrible when the battery's flat. Still does to this day. I don't know, something with the ECM on these 92 cars. I don't know. Throttle body. You gotta give it gas. That's the trick, and hold it, or else it'll just keep on stalling. Blah, blah, blah. That's what it did. It ran fucking horrible. So I think the lady gave an okay deal on it. Yeah. And her husband died or something, and then she died later on in like 2004 or something. I don't know. House is still there. I think the kids own the house now. Still, to this date. It's like right down the street from where the old house was. Just sitting over there with for sale signs one day. Oh, Blue Wagon. Checked it out. And yeah. It's been here ever since. Well, not here, but other place. At least it's in a garage now. It's staying dry. It does have some rust on it and stuff. But yeah, 30 years old. Crazy. You gotta take out those stupid clear corners, put the factory lights back on. I hate them. And a couple other little things. Probably needs fuel injectors. They're about 30 years old. And I gotta go through the rear brakes and the master cylinder. And it has rust all over it, but you know, rust holes all in the back and all over here is freaking rusted. Rust hole. Right there is a big old, missing a tooth over here. Rust hole on the inside. You know. It's not terrible though. 30 years old. 2/27, 1992. I thought this was one of like the last cars built, but it wasn't, because I found a couple built in March. But after March, nothing. So there were some 3 of 92 cars. I haven't seen anything later than that, but it had to be early March. And I think that was it for custom cruisers. So it's kind of on the end of the line, this thing, which is kind of cool too.